Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hello, Broken.
Hey
Hello,
guys.
Alex.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hello. Fine. How are
We're
you?
doing good.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing good. Excited to come on and talk with you. I've never chatted with you, Mama Knows Best, before tonight. We just talked a second before the live, but um, Broken and I go way back. We've been friends for a long time, and yeah,
Uh,
I'm excited to be here. So thank you for having me.
We have a lot of things
Alex.
in similar. Like I used to be addicted to pain pills a lot, and I did them for many years, and then I've been clean for over 2 years now, and I kind of heard your story
Oh
before,
wow.
and it kind of touched me, and I really liked it, and I thought about you ever since I heard your story.
Oh well, I'm so proud of you because it's not easy. That's freaking awesome. And thank you. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
hardest thing I could ever done. I mean, it's something you struggle with a lot,
Oh
and you
yeah.
still struggle. It don't just go away overnight. You still struggle with it, especially whenever I get depressed or really bad, something bad happens or something, I'll get down in the dumps, and you still think about it,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's hard. It's still a struggle.
And you got to deal with all the bad, stupid decisions you made when you were using. Once you get
Yeah,
clean, you have to face all of that, which isn't easy.
yeah, yep. That's another one.
Yep.
Well, I got a question. So, after you get clean like that, I mean, so everything bad does it come flooding in on you, or?
Yeah, all the
Oh
bad
God.
things that you try to
Yeah.
wish away, and you try, the drugs help keep my mind like
Oh yeah.
busy. I didn't think as much, and whenever I stopped doing it, everything started flooding back in. That's what happened.
Same for me. I mean, I'm 7 years in and I still have like immense guilt over the things I did when I was using. Like, for instance, like leaving my parents up all night worrying about me not answering them and knowing that they're, up all night, can't sleep, and just dumb shit. Taking money from them when they didn't tell me I could have it, shit like that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm glad you're 7 years clean.
Yeah, in August it was 7 years. So
That's
really seven and a
awesome.
half.
Wow, that's
But
awesome.
now I will say I do. I mean, I don't call myself. I just say I'm in recovery because I'm not necessarily sober. I do smoke weed and I take edibles. But I think that's different in my
Yeah,
opinion. But some people don't feel that way. So.
yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's different. I don't think that's bad.
My people here are used to me doing that.
Oh, that's
I,
the
go ahead.
wind noise is probably Broken Justice. She's
Yeah,
on the move all the time.
I'm almost home. I swear, I'm almost home. This
Yeah,
truck is just really loud.
it's the
Yeah,
wind.
I'm
You can
almost
hear
home.
the wind, some kind of wind.
I don't
Hey,
have no
Rebel
wind.
Soul. Hey, Kathy. Hey, April
Quiet as
Showers.
I
Hey,
know.
Andrea. Hello,
Hi,
guys.
Andrea
Welcome,
Mom.
Guys, telling
everybody.
everybody. And to my people that's here, I mean, this is Alex Erickson. She does true crime, if you don't know, and she also has another channel, A Real Talk with Alex.
I
So,
just
Yes.
found out about the other channel whenever Broken told me about it. I didn't know you had the other channel.
Yeah, I started that, and I was kind of doing like, if I felt the need, I wanted to address something, or maybe like political topics that are like hot button topics, just whatever the hell I want to do. I've talked about aliens, conspiracy theories, just everything but true crime.
yes,
Okay.
Let me
everything
ask
but
you guys.
true crime.
Yeah, okay, so you guys kind of do the trauma thing, and I was telling like the people in my Patreon right before this a little bit about that, but oh my gosh, I don't know how you guys do it because people go so low. They go so low, and it's oh my god. I just
They
know
go
it's got to be
real life.
stressful.
They go low. They try to do anything they can do to hurt you or say anything that's going to hurt you. I mean, you can't let them know anything about you on here because they
Right.
take it to extreme. They're going to
They
say
know,
or do
they
Yeah.
know
Hey,
everything
Uncle
about
Jojo.
me.
I mean, they're attacking people for people they've lost in their, just the craziest things. I don't agree with. I don't like it. And I did want to say, I don't necessarily know who you guys get along with or don't really. And I told you this just right before. In that community, I personally like people from all over the community and dislike people from all over that community. So, you know, I don't really.
Well, ours is, I mean, the thing about it's them not liking us and them thinking that we're weak and our target, so they came after us. And you know, and every chance they get, you know, they hit us with something. And
Right.
what
They
gets
call us
me,
the Krama monsters. Actually,
right?
me,
They do.
Broken, and Andrea, Mom, and I think we're we're the three of us are the sweetest ones on here. Actually,
Right.
we're called the Krama monsters.
Oh,
And we're here. I mean, we support anybody that we need to support, and we hold them up and we lift them up. We don't talk about people who say bad things, you know. And then all of a sudden there'll be this elaborate scheme that they've come up with to try to take us down. And they lie on us. That's what gets me. It's the lies. But I'll tell you how we handle it now is it doesn't bother me. I mean, they can say anything they want about me. It doesn't bother me at all. I just laugh at them.
Yeah, I've gotten stronger since I've been on here. Broken and Andrea has helped me a lot. I used to come on here and cry and everything. It would really break my heart, and
yeah.
I've
Well,
toughened up a lot.
When you don't,
I try to get her to toughen up.
yeah, well, you know, when you're not like a person who would necessarily go to those lows that some people do, and when they go low on you, it hurts so bad and you don't see it coming. Like for me, when I first started with YouTube, I didn't even know Krama existed. It wasn't until like this drama that happened and like videos were made about me and stuff that I realized that it was a thing, and I was the same, dude. I let it completely destroy me. Matter of fact, that's one reason I love Broken Justice so much, because and you know, she was there for me from at that moment when nobody else was. Like there was just a couple people, and she was one of them.
So y'all known each other for a while since you started your channels?
Yeah, probably 3 years.
No, since it's been since 2020.
So
4
4
years.
years. Wow.
Okay.
Freaking crazy.
Yeah, 4 years.
But honestly, at that time, there were so many people that were kind of like scared to even come to my channel and stuff. So it meant so much to me, the people that were there for me, you know, and you were one of them. So I'll always have a big soft spot for you for that.
Natasha calls me your bulldog. Yeah, she did. That's what she called me. But at that time, I mean, Alex has made me better because I came to YouTube very angry and just very a brute, you know, and I had gotten really abrasive, you know, and I grew up that way. I was just mean. And she softened me up, you know, and she changed me a lot. And at that time, I think that she needed me to be a brute. But then over time, you know, she changed me. I mean, the Dorothy incident changed me a whole lot. I mean, that hurt me so bad, so deep that it was unbelievable.
Right.
And I've learned lessons here. I was loyal to another channel, and I got hurt there. And I made my mind up when I went to MKB's that I wasn't going to be hurt anymore. And it just rolls off my back now. I just laugh at them. It's a joke. This community here is a joke. And we have decided tonight is we are moving forward with our channel into something else. We're not engaging with these lunatics anymore.
I wouldn't.
And they talk about people and call them names so much, and they say the most vile, disgusting things, and we're done with it. We can't do it anymore.
I just don't understand how they come in here and lie like they do. They lie so much. I mean, they would turn it around and make you look like the evilest person out here.
Oh, I know, and it's hard to defend yourself against lies. You can't. It's real hard to prove you didn't do something. You know, it's just tough.
Well, even if you can prove it, they don't care.
Yeah. Even with Voice for the Voiceless, remember whenever you just had that incident with her? and you try to say that wasn't you, and she said, "Yes, I think it's you. It's Alex Erickson," and you
What
had the same
what
thing.
what was going through your? I mean, what was going through your mind? I mean, when you went over there, I mean, what was your initial thought, Alex, when you went over there? I
Did you
mean,
expect her to be
the
like
voices.
that?
No. Okay. So I'll say it like this. Honestly, I just went over there to defend myself because I was so shocked when that accusation came out. I was even shocked that it was happening, and I wasn't necessarily thinking, so I didn't really go in there thinking a whole lot, except for I was going to try to like speak up for myself and say, "Hey, that wasn't me." But I was just a little surprised with the way that she kind of treated me, just because, like, a few months ago she had kind of been nice to me, and so I don't know. It just kind of took me by surprise. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, what got me about it is, I mean, she said that she never liked your channel. She didn't like your voice. I mean,
Yeah, it
and
was horrible.
Well, that's all right.
I
I
mean,
don't
but
care.
when she
I
was
think you
being
had
nice
a
to
nice
you,
voice.
was it opposite when she was being nice to you about how she felt about your channel and you?
I
Was
don't
it
know. So
different?
she was just kind to me. She had offered to make me one of her like crafts, which I think, I thought she was doing a really good job. They were very pretty, and just something like that. Like, it was very small. There wasn't a whole ton of much, except she didn't like hate me, and it felt like she hated me that day, which I have. I'm not here to talk bad about anybody. I don't personally
Right.
have a problem with her. I don't know her. I just was surprised that, she felt that way.
So I'm
Right.
sure she gave you an apology, right?
No. But
No
that's okay.
apology for all of that, putting a target on your back and everything.
Well,
No
nah, that's all
apology.
right. No, it's all right though. I don't need one. That's okay.
Well,
But
I listened to a little bit of it, and the part that got me was when you said that you had the proof that it wasn't you and
It
you
was
didn't
on
do
a
it,
Patreon.
and there was someone that came, forward, and the truth was out there. She said that she did not care what proof you tried to
Show.
show.
Yeah.
She knew that was you on that phone.
that reminds me, and I don't understand that, but I will say this with the whole community kind of, and just in general, not even just with me in this particular thing, with multiple things. I would think that for like a true crime community, that people would have more critical thinking, and it doesn't really happen. And I don't know if it's like something like groupthink or mob mentality, or you know what I mean, what kind of thing. But yeah,
We're talking about voice for the voiceless.
It's all in it's so bizarre, Alex, because you sit back and you try to figure it out. When you're in the drama community, I have spent hours and hours, trying to figure out what it is about this community that makes it so toxic.
right.
And it's not YouTube, and it's not, and Robbie, he hit on something today. He said, no, it's not YouTube or the internet. It is the people that's in it. The ones that have got that's running the show, the ones that's got the wheel,
Well,
and they
here's
have
the
to make
thing.
the differences.
Well, here's the thing, Broken Justice. There are so many people in the trauma community that constantly say how awful and how much they hate the community. Like, but you know what I mean? I don't know. They're
But
like,
they're not
this
making
place is
any
awful.
changes.
It's a dumpster fire.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I
They're
don't
not,
even know what you do.
and the ones that they demand respect, and they think that there's something in this community. They have the bigger channels. You would think that they would step back and try to use their influence to make a change, but they're the ones that are making it worse because it's the money. They see those dollar signs, and it doesn't matter what they have to do to go after it. And it's so hard. And
yeah.
The worst victims in this are the subscribers.
Oh yeah, agree. I completely
Because
agree. They get yanked around like crazy, and it's not just there that it's the money. It's from the world I come from. It's money too that causes a lot of problems. Like in the true crime world, you see so much exploitation and because money's involved, and it's like when money gets involved with anything, it goes downhill at that point. We have people that are covering summer wells updates every single day. I mean, there are people who have built their channels off of that case because they're a neighbor or because their son was involved, and they cover it all the time, and asking for money, and there's no new updates. It's like, but this is the thing, like you said, the subscribers, they all love this little girl. This little girl has touched their hearts, and they're going to show up, and they're going to come when you talk about summer wells, and people know that, and it's unfortunate. It's just awful.
It is. And the biggest thing on that, on the, the crime community making money off of summer wells, there was one, there was a channel that I just accidentally clicked on one day, and they were the subscribers was paying for people to ask Dawn a question.
Oh my.
And I was like, they were paying it started out $5. They got one question from Dawn, and I said, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even about summer.
Yeah, exactly. It's not anymore. That's the thing. It's never about her anymore. It's about all the drama.
Yeah.
Just like, did y'all see that there were quite a lot of channels interviewing suspects in the Michael Vaughn case? Big channels. And I just thought, oh my gosh, this could get so bad. Police have said these are suspects. And I mean, I could see why channels would want to do that too, because you think, what if I could get something out of them? But then again, it's like, it's a slippery slope, and that's an open case of a real missing child.
I think it's okay. I mean, like getting an interview like that, for our channels is just amazing, would be amazing to us. But I think that they exploit it, and they are handling it all wrong. They should, do the interview professionally and then move on to something else. But it seems like they just spin their wheels on the same topic. Like 2 years ago, I can go back 2 years, and this trauma community is saying and talking about the same people and doing the same things. They haven't moved forward.
It's switched up. The people is totally liking the people they didn't like last week or something. They swap up a lot.
And these fake friendships. Yeah. But you can't trust anyone on here. I mean, as far as most of the people on the trauma community are fake. And they are totally fake, and they are nothing like that they're presenting themselves to be. And then when it comes out who they really are, they have some excuse for it, and their communities just let them get a pass for doing these bad things. They don't hold them accountable.
Well, it's the same in the true crime community. I see it like I'm done. I am done. I feel I end up so many times helping creators and working with creators and stuff, and walking away feeling used, and walking away feeling like I was fooled because I have this idea of a person and they turn out to be someone else, and I'm done doing it because it's just awful.
Yeah. And you want to you want to do things, and you want to move on to something else, but you have these creators out there that are making up things about you and destroying your channel. We've had to start over a couple of times because
several times
they lied on us and just and all of our subscribers went with them. And
that sucks. Yeah.
Well, most of them, a lot of them did, but we got a lot of them did.
Some of them are coming back now. Those people are coming back to us now, though.
Well,
they turn around a lot on trauma.
What do y'all want to do? Like you say, you kind of want to step away from the drama a little bit, which I think it'd be good for you. But are you going to do true crime? Or are you going to just do hang out and discuss whatever's going on in your life? Or
we're going to do true crime.
Discuss whatever comes. That's
I know. We just wing it. We get up here and just chat.
We wing it all the time.
And we can't have a topic. We can't put it on our thumbnail, a real topic, because we'll talk, 5 minutes on this, and then we'll move 5 minutes on this, and we just kind of, it's a variety. We don't stick to the same thing.
That's pretty cool, though. Yeah.
But we want to do true crime because she's interested in this case, and I'm so excited you're doing it with her. And I want to do Stephen Avery. You know that. I'm still stuck on
better
Yeah,
that.
than
you've
Steven
always been
Avery
on
for a
that one.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really frustrated about it now because it seems like that they're not, I mean, nothing's going to happen. I feel like I'm disappointed about it because I feel like that they're not going to be freed. You know, I just don't think they're ever going to walk
I don't
out.
think they'll ever be out either.
Mm-mm.
The
Well,
way it
did y'all
looks
see
is
that there's a new documentary about that with Candace Owens, and she's like, it's like the opposite of Making a Murderer, I believe.
Yes.
But it's like,
One,
yeah,
you know, it's to prove that, well, they're trying to prove that he is guilty. I mean, they're trying to say he's guilty. This documentary is totally opposite from the other one. And they had people that are debunking the lies that they put in that documentary too. So
oh wow,
they
it's
interesting.
telling
interesting. But you know, we know that we're such a small channel that there's not much of a change. We can't change and get people to uh, come with us and make a difference and make things better. They're not going to do that because we're talked about so much with these bigger channels. They every time we try to do something positive or good for someone, they twist it and they drag us and cuss us and treat us so bad. And they
Well,
have hundreds in there listening to it.
well, yeah,
And
that's tough when there's a lot listening. You,
how did that make you
and
feel whenever Voice did what she did after you sit there and know yourself that it's not you?
I just had
And
to leave. I'll be honest with you, I had to leave because it was very frustrating. And
you try
you
to
know,
tell these people and it don't do no good. I mean,
yeah,
that's the same thing that happened to me. It's like I let this woman on here borrow $300. She had me fooled thinking that she was gonna die if she didn't move to Georgia and get this treatment that she needed and stuff. And I felt sorry for her. She cried to me on the phone and everything. I mean, I listened to this woman day after day after day after day, and I finally gave her the $300, and it was a scam after all.
oh
And
my gosh,
and
and it was my electric bill money that I loaned her, and I said, as long as you pay me back in 2 weeks, that's fine. I'll loan it to you. Oh yeah, sure, sure. I promise. And come to find out, it was the whole thing was a scam. She wasn't a police officer. She told us she was a police officer,
yeah.
and her husband was worked for the U.S. Marshal. I mean, she told us a whole line of crap. It was the biggest story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how I believed all of it. But I got
And
scammed out of that money, and they turned around and helped me on my electric bill. Voice for the Voiceless had to come over and ruin the whole thing, though. I mean, and turned it around
well,
and make it look like I'm the bad guy, and I'm the one that loaned the girl the $300, and then it was just a mess.
well, that was a setup. That was behind the scenes setup. It was the second time they went after. They took her channel down once, and then they come in and they pulled this stunt on her channel and tried to get it down, and then they did get it down eventually. But then then we come over to my channel after months of debating what we were going to do, and when we started back up, they hated us so bad for no reason. And MKB, they just kept coming after her, and
I
they
showed the
set it
proof
up.
and everything. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter
Oh.
if you show them everything in black and white or
no,
whatever.
the
It doesn't
truth
matter.
the truth does not matter, unfortunately, in a lot of these situations, and it is so frustrating, especially
is.
when the truth is on your side, right? But it
Yeah.
still doesn't matter. But let me tell you guys something. Listen, so I don't know exactly who you mean, like that creators that would put you down and that kind of thing about going off and doing something else or helping somebody. But regardless of who it is, I still think you should do it. I think you should do what you want to do because listen, YouTube is a big ass place. There are millions and millions and millions of people on this app. And there are so many people outside of this community that you could reach or benefit or help or that would want to hang out and talk about whatever you're talking about. Good people. So don't let those things stop you because sometimes you feel like the world is so small on here because we're in these little communities. But honestly, there are millions of people on here, and you can always go out into other communities and other places. So don't let that stop you. I think you guys need to keep going and do whatever you want to do.
Hey, Tess Mac. Hey,
I
Sparkle.
just think that we made the decision to shut the doors on some of the channels and not engage with them anymore because they are toxic people, and it is frustrating. And, the people, like, we had an incident that happened. We helped someone, and someone volunteered, to help them out. If they didn't get the money, they'd come up with the rest of it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they twisted that into something so ugly that they put it out there. These creators worked together trying to get it to where this person could not get any help whatsoever. And they were going to be homeless, and they had a child.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
the people that started this, going out and trying to destroy any help that she could get, they themselves went and started a fund for them to get a new house.
$20,000.
Two of them, two people, they started funds for them to get a house.
After they're
And-
gonna sit there and want to put a mother with single mother
Right.
had a child
Out
they
on the
wanted her to
street.
be homeless, and we're trying to help her any
Mhm.
way we could, and they bashed us for trying to help her.
Right.
Well,
Said that
I,
And
we
all
were
we did was
scammers.
drop her PayPal links and stuff, and
Yeah.
she didn't even ask for no money or nothing. We just volunteered to drop her
Right.
links for her, and
Right.
it just made us look like the bad guys because we was
Right.
trying to help somebody.
well,
But
you
they
know what?
spread it all over the community.
From now on, you just help people in private. I wouldn't. I don't know exactly. I miss.
Well,
I
we
don't
needed
know
the
exactly what
public's
you're talking
help.
about,
We
but
couldn't come up
Right.
with much.
That's
We had to
true.
have some help.
I see what
And
you're
I
saying.
say
Right.
do
But we
what you
did.
do what we got to
She
do,
did
and
it.
it doesn't matter what they think, because they
Mhm.
put out the same thing. I mean, they turn
Right.
around and do the same thing. Right? If they sit there and cuss
But
us
I
for
just,
doing something, they do the same
it-
thing weeks later.
that's what made me want to move on or leave, is the hypocrisy. They sit there and they're downing us, and they're trying to get everyone turned against us for something that they said we did, which usually we didn't do it. But they are actively doing the same thing right before the subscribers' eyes.
Well, that's
And
just the
it's
way I've noticed that on here so much too. The
and,
hypocrisy in all communities. It's kind of bizarre when you see it. It's like
mhm,
you're calling things out you do, but okay. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but
yeah.
Lucia is from my. Hey, Lucia. We're just talking about a little bit of everything. So
Yeah,
these
Is
girls are.
B Crumbs, is that from yours too?
yeah,
Yes.
I think so because
B
I
Yeah.
have
Crumbs,
some
Neat,
big
and
crumbs.
Kathy. Yes, a lot of the Sparkles.
It's good to see y'all.
So we're just talking about a little bit of everything. Broken Justice and I have been friends for a long time. We go way back, and they kind of do more trauma topics, but they're starting to branch out of that. And we're not talking about any specific situations really, except they did ask about one with me, but otherwise we're just talking about like the
Yeah.
communities in general and what it's like to be a creator in these communities and that kind of thing. So
Yeah,
And I mean, and when I come on here, I am very saddened by the fact that um, I had the ideal of, it of, you know, going and being on other creators' panels and uplifting each other and doing things together, like fun things together, like maybe play games against each other, have some competition,
yeah,
do some things as a unit, a community together, and do things to help people together as a community. But you can't get anyone to do anything. I mean, I come up with, I wanted
well,
to play this game, and nobody wants to do anything except
right,
talk about this crap. And I'm
yeah.
like,
they
okay.
like the drama. If you talk about
Mhm,
drama, we could build our channel and have a huge channel if we
mhm,
just talked about the drama
right,
and stuff all the time. They love to hear a drama show.
mhm.
I wonder
I've
what draws
learned that.
people to that so much. It is really interesting, you know.
Well, I've done some research on it, believe me, and I believe that it is they're missing something at home, or they're lonely. There's lonely people, and then there's people that have mental disorders that make them run all their family members and friends off, and they're alone, and it makes them angry. So they come on here angry and lonely, and then and they take it out on everybody else,
Right.
And
Hey, and Melissa, she's in the chat and she does the games, but you know what? I think she finds people to play. I think you just have to keep
We
doing
want to
it.
do the one.
Well, we
that she
have plenty
does
of
play.
people that want to play the game. It's just I was talking about, like, getting different
We
communities,
wanted to
like
try to figure out how to.
different channels, like play against each other, different channels play against each other and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Right.
kind of hard.
Like
And
different channels and their mods
yeah,
and against like your channel and your mods, that kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
I had a
cool.
mod that wanted to do the game that Melissa does, but I didn't know where to go find it or anything. I asked
Family
permission. I
Feud.
guess.
Ain't that the name
And
of it?
me
That's
and-
what we wanted to know how to do.
Yeah, we kind of had a fallout, so I guess that didn't happen. But yeah, we want to do that. I've
The
got
Family
some
Feud.
looking for it.
Yeah,
Just
well, I
figure
know
out
that
how to do it.
Melissa and Woofy, they do the Family Feud and the Wheel of Fortune, and
Yes.
they do a great job. But I tell you what, they put a ton of time and effort into those
Right.
the questions and doing like the Wheel of Fortune board and you know what I mean. I know that
Oh yes.
it's a learning curve, but they do a
Mhm.
good job at it. You guys could do it. Hey, Melissa,
Mark.
thank you.
See,
Mark
Mark,
is
fine.
like
He
a
saw
Family
it.
Feud.
Melissa do it, and he wants to do it so bad.
Oh,
And
Mark,
We ain't
I
heard
love
the end
Mark.
of it either. Mark is
Huh?
like he's
Have you
he's
I
seen
love
Mark? Have you
him.
seen Mark lately? She
Not
knows
too
Mark.
much, a little bit. I seen him and Melissa's actually the other night, and then maybe somewhere else. I see him around a little bit, but yeah, I love Mark. He's great.
I'm
He
surprised he isn't here tonight.
he has
He's
stuck
here.
right with me. He
He's such
hasn't
a good.
budged. He hasn't went anywhere. He's been right with me the whole time.
Yeah, he's usually here.
Yes, he has, girl. Since I, went to, more drama. Mark was like my first mod, one of them. Cement was my first one, and then Mark, and then you, and I did all the girls. But Mark has stuck with me through this whole time, all this time, girl.
Wait,
And
it's
I,
Cement Shoes, right?
yes, Cement.
Yes.
She,
Yeah, and he's they're over at Jen's too, Ahmad, and in
Mhm.
some of our chats. So yeah, that's
And
really interesting.
411 now, he's a great supporter of mine. I mean, he is.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
him.
Oh, he is. He uplifts me if I get down. He watches my lives, and if he seems to think that I'm down or anything, he comes in.
Hey,
And
Betty Bamboo.
yeah, he's always been here for me. I mean, and I still
Good.
have the same friends that I had when I started out. Except for Dorothy and except for TCA. But
Right.
besides that, I had the same friends I had.
Well, I've had a lot of friendships that have fallen apart too, but not necessarily in fights. Sometimes you just go your separate ways. There's
Right.
different reasons, but I know that I'm going to be more careful from now on.
I know.
New
And
friends, but
our friendship has just been like a natural thing. Like we can, like when I went to drama, you got really busy and I was busy with the drama stuff, and we might not touch base in long periods of time, but when we do touch base, it's like we never left. I mean, we're always
Right.
the same people with each other, and we're not going to waver. We don't listen to people, what they say about each other,
No.
and we just keep our friendship the way it is. And these people on here, if they would just keep their friendships intact and block out all this other drama stuff going on, they could keep their friendships more.
Well,
And-
with you, like I feel like the same way. We could go months without talking, but
Mhm.
when I talk to you, it's just like we had never quit. And
Right.
also, for me personally, with you, like I don't know who you fight with or who you don't, and I judge you based on how you treat me and my interactions with you, and that's
Yeah.
it. And like I said in the beginning, I kind of like people on all sides of the community. I'll be honest. There are certain people I do, and certain people I don't.
Right.
I think one thing that makes it a really toxic place is like the sides thing. Why does everybody have to do that? I wish people could just like support who they want, go where you want. I don't know. And that's not just in Krama. That's kind of everywhere to a degree, and I don't know. It makes it tough.
You still doing the Letitia Stout case?
Yes.
Phone
We're
calls.
still, oh good God. We're doing phone calls and
That
waiting
is-
on some video visits.
So good. I seen some of the photos and stuff from that
Mhm.
case and everything, and
Oh
that's
my
a very
gosh.
interesting case right there. That woman
I have been just like binge watching Alex trying to catch up on all the stuff that she's been doing because I've been so out of the swing because I've been going there instead of the drama channels, and it's been a lot more peaceful. It's a lot better. I mean, and I feel like that we're changing. I feel like that it's changing, and I like the things that people do don't bother me as much, but there's got to
that
be
woman right there is
a
a good
line
liar
drawn.
too. Isn't it?
Yeah, we have to draw a line. You have to draw that line. You have to have boundaries set. And I think by us setting some boundaries, I think that we'll move forward better, But you have
Yeah.
to have those boundaries in place.
Well,
But
I think that you also just have to move forward and don't look back. Like, do what you want
Yeah.
to do and just keep going. And at first, you may have less people because you're used to doing drama, so your subscribers probably watch that. But once you keep doing it for a bit, the people that come will be into true crime, and you'll be just fine.
If they like you, they'll be there. If they,
Yeah.
well,
That's the
it
truth.
kind of the channel kind of, like when I got sick, we got on here and we had
that's when our channel went down because
and the drama. Yeah, I got sick and couldn't be on here. I was really bad, but the people in the drama community just kept going and made fun of me, saying that, making fun because they said about me dying,
Oh
and
my gosh.
and it was ugly. But Andrea's mom and MKB, I wasn't here. I was in the hospital, but they stuck up for me, and I wasn't even here. And they took my place, and they defended me, and that meant so much when I came back and I saw the clips and stuff of how they defended me. It was amazing. And I said, well, there's two people, that are wonderful. They stand their ground, and and they defend people, that they care about. And it really did matter a lot. And it made me want to change the channel because
Right.
we can come on here before we come on here and we could, I could talk about Granny's watching or whoever, and it would bring in a lot of people. And
Right.
when I got sick and after I started getting well, it was so toxic that we would talk privately and we'd say, I don't even know if we want to do this, because it was just so horrible the way that they were treating us and stuff. But we pulled our big girl panties up, like they say, and we just came back and we just try to see what was going to happen to our channel. And we had people in here that knew people that supported us, and they were staying away because of the drama was so thick.
Right.
And when we had those people that left us with no one, I mean, hardly anyone stayed. But the next time we fired up alive, we had those people that came in here and told us that we would have been here, but we didn't want to be here with those toxic people. So, and then we have a whole new support system, and they're here every time we do a live. And we don't care if we're 2 or 3 people. We don't care. We're
Right.
not out for the money. I put everything I make in this channel back into my channel. I get
we
giveaways.
give it back to our people.
I do giveaways and give all of it back to my people.
Oh,
And
Betty Boop said this is a great channel because we all actually care about one another. That's so
yeah,
sweet.
we do.
Well,
And
Andrea, oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Go
You
ahead.
No. I was just going to answer Andrea. She asked how long I'd been on here, and I think it was the end of 2020 when I first made my channel. But see, I started with TikToks because I was too nervous. Like, it's nerve-wracking to do a live stream. I know y'all know that. Like, when you come on, especially when you first start, it's nerve-wracking. So I thought those little short videos would be easy to do. Like
It
a
was
3-minute
nervous to
video.
have you on here.
Oh,
I know.
well, don't be
She's
nervous. to have
so
me on.
nervous. She was so nervous, and then I wasn't nervous. And then I started getting a little nervous, and I'm like, oh, wow, Alex being on it, because I don't get nervous coming on here. Sometimes
I
we
do
decide
every
last
time.
minute to jump on here.
MKB said I do every time.
Yes,
I used
it's
to be like
always.
that. I used to do that too.
You remember
get
how
used to
nervous
it.
I used to be.
So
I
you
know.
started out with was you in the drama first, or did you do true crime first?
True crime. I did TikTok true crime though, and I did that because, like I said, I was so nervous to do lives, but I thought I can talk for a minute, right? Like I can do that, and then it just progressed from there. But I remember my first live, the whole table was shaking because my legs were shaking underneath.
I know. I remember. I would go. She had me go on her panel just to start getting used to it before I started going on start my channel, and I used to I would throw up sometimes before it happened.
Hey,
I was like
Nikki X.
so scared, so worried about it.
We did those. What did we do? We did a true crime case, a couple of them, but which ones were they? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Oh, we did talk about the Watts case a little bit, and then we did Stephen Avery. You talked about that with me some, and we did the current cases that was going. We talked about oh God, the case that's going on that just happened. I'm just like, I can't remember. Oh gosh, the girl that he committed suicide. His girlfriend's going on trial now. Her trial, I think, is happening now. I can't think of the name. I can't believe it. Jennifer.
Who is it?
Jennifer. I can't think
I
of
know
it.
who you're talking about. She's missing. The girlfriend is on trial now.
Yeah.
Is it Jennifer Dulos?
Dulos. Yeah. Jennifer Dulos. And I'm still, I'm watching that because that was one of them that touched my heart. And there's a little girl, a little baby. Her mom's fixing to go on trial, and I'm going to cover that one too. But
awesome. And then I'll come on and talk the Kansas case with you guys.
Yeah. That's MKB. I was so excited because she got excited about that case, and I'm like, all right, she's gonna let me do true crime because she didn't like true crime.
It's so interesting how three men just end up in the backyard of a friend's, just dead like that.
Well, let me ask you. I know we might talk about it in a few days or something, but just let me ask a couple questions. Like, okay, so the guy that was inside, did he have to be woken up, like when the friends were found? So he was also passed out. He was just passed out inside
for 48 hours.
Right.
He was passed out 48 hours, and then one of the man's fiance came over, and she tried to knock on the door and didn't get him to the door, so she broke into the house, and she went out the back door and found the one that was in the chair frozen, and then she came back out and called the police, and when the police came, they got him to the door.
Oh wow!
So he got up in his boxers and an empty wine glass at the door.
So he could have died too if he would have passed out outside. Like they did.
That's what I think too.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
But the guys outside,
how'd they get outside?
They would have died. They would have died no matter if they'd been inside or outside because the levels of fentanyl.
The levels of fentanyl was 3 times more than legal.
And see that changed. That I looked at the crime scene and everything, and I had my own little theory going. And then when that toxicology come back, that changed everything. So that made everything, back to square one.
Level 10 fentanyl will kill someone. Theirs was a level 30.
And Andrea thought the same thing. She had the same theory as I did, as far as, and I went and I looked at it went back in the day when my friends were partying hard together and doing drugs together, and I just thought back to that, and I said, well, when I was with my friends, we would party inside like that, and we'd get hot and stuff like that, and we'd go outside and smoke one together, and we'd pass it around, and then maybe we'd go back inside or whatever, but we'd always, we'd go outside, and pass a joint around, and that's what made me think that they were all outside smoking a joint. And then he went back inside
or something with, I don't know.
And I'd done some research on the fentanyl, and when they introduced the fentanyl on the street drugs, the marijuana, they introduced it to marijuana first. Marijuana is the how they introduced it on the street to people, to give it to people without them knowing. And these kids were buying these joints and smoking it and dying.
Right.
And it's two different kinds. I mean, the fentanyl, this is fentanyl that chemists are making themselves. It's not the kind you get from the hospital.
Right. Oh, by the way, do you see leave it. I'm gonna have to go in a second because I'm already
Okay.
like 45 minutes in.
Okay.
I was only
Okay.
supposed to take like
I
30
know you
minutes.
start
That's
talking,
okay.
yeah.
But I wanted to tell you, leave it to Beavers in the chat, which you
Yeah.
introduced me to her
I
and
know.
told me that I would love her. We've been great friends ever since. And she actually just came to visit me last week. Like,
Really?
yeah, she came over for a couple hours and got to come
That
visit
is so
me.
exciting.
She came
But
in here the
back
other day. It's the
then,
first time I met her.
and back
She-
then, when when we, I'd go to Leave the Beavers and yours, and I just did true crime thing. But back then, I don't know, it just seemed like that I had a better judge of character, and I was better at it, because I can tell who's going to get along good, who's going to fit together. And in this drama community, that's impossible because these people are so fake that you don't even know who they are. So that really clouded my judgment, and it did like really make me doubt myself, as far as my judge of character. But I realized today it's not my judge of character. It is these fake people. You can't judge something that's fake. You can't,
yeah.
you just don't know people's heart if they don't put it out there. And you got to be yourself.
Well,
I be myself on here. I want to tell the truth. I want to, I share my family. I share everything. I don't hide anything, and I don't care what anybody thinks about me.
You can't hide nothing on here. They're gonna bring it out if you do.
unfortunately,
ever what I've been through made me who I am now, and I'm good with that.
Right.
And these people on here, they're just not good with it. They're not good with who they are. And
some
that's
are,
a
just
shame.
not in the
Some
Ivory
are, some
community.
are.
Yeah, some are.
Alex, I
You just-
appreciate you coming over here tonight, though. I really do.
I do
appreciate
too.
it before you
Well, I
go.
She knows
appreciate
I
you guys
love her.
asking me.
She's
I love you
amazing.
too.
You're welcome.
I
love
mean,
you too. Thank
I
you.
knew
I
that
appreciate it
I
so
had
much.
to.
Well, y'all usually do the late night lives, and she knows that I am
Yeah.
not a late nighter. I'm taking an edible
Yeah.
usually 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
in
most
the
of our
Yeah.
people don't even think we come on till 9:30 usually. That's the reason why I hadn't seen a lot of our people in here tonight. I think because we usually don't come on till 9:30.
But
Yeah.
and two, I mean, Alex, she is always been. I mean, she is like family to me. She's not like my friend. She's like my family. I mean, and she has always been there for me. Like, I was there for her, but this girl has. I'm like all over the place. So, and I get in more trouble than she does. So she's had to be there for me and defend me more than I have her. She just don't realize that. And
Wow.
but her making me a better person, I'm so grateful. And I am so grateful that she cares about me, and she knew that I wanted to make a change. And when she said that she would come over here and do this with me and do that case with me, it just made me feel like myself again, instead of what I turned into because of drama.
Well,
I mean,
I tell you what, I wouldn't tell you no. I like, even though I may not necessarily like I might like people you don't like, and vice versa. But I don't care. I love you, and
Yeah.
you've been there. Like I said at the beginning, you were there for me when nobody was, when not many people were, and I will never forget that. I just appreciate you so much, and yeah, so I wouldn't have turned it down for nothing.
There's something really important I want everybody to take away from this is our friendships, mine and MKB's and Andrea's, have been challenged by people. We've been challenged. Our friendship has been, laid on the line. We've been given ultimatums, and being friends with Alex and experiencing that kind of friendship, it makes me, I want everybody to know, if you will just hang on to those friendships that make you feel good. And when you're a friend with someone and someone's trying to come between you, don't let them. You stand your ground. And even though if everybody walks away from you, it's just you two standing. That's the most important thing. It's you two standing together. And
that's true. And you know what? If somebody tries to come between your friendships, you leave them behind and keep your friends.
there's a problem. And I remember I was really shocked when somebody came to Alex and wanted her to drop me, and she she told him no, she wasn't. And she come to me and she told me, and I was crying because I caused her so much trouble. And she goes, you know what? I don't care if it's just me and you and my channel. I'm happy with that. And I was like, she's so sweet.
Well, I wouldn't drop you for nothing. I mean, I don't. You've been good to me, so you might have a problem with somebody else. Well, that's not like about me. You know what I mean? My experience with you has been nothing but good. So that's just that.
And one thing, and we are the same people as what we started out being. We're not fake. We're real. We're the same people. Alex knows I'm the same person as she met, and she's the same person as I met. We just grown a little bit inside, a little bit more. But in MKB, she's the same person as I met. I know she's real. And I mean, Andrea, I know they're real. Leave It to Beaver, I know she is. I mean, I know these people aren't going to listen to the gossip internal me, you know?
Yeah.
And if everybody else does, that's okay with me. But as long as I have that, you have that baseline of friendship that you know it's going to be there no matter what.
Yeah, I agree. And those friends mean so much. The same as like you with Andrea and MKB and stuff. Some of the girls in here tonight, like just the last few months have been so tough, and they have I just can't even explain into words how much they have been there for me and helped me get through it. And, you know, so there are real friendships to be made for sure. You just got to hang on to those ones and not get lost in the sauce with all the chaos.
And that's a lot of, they start friendships here and nobody's the same friend. I mean, they flip flop, they call it flip flopping. But it wasn't never real friendship because they wasn't really honest with each other to begin with, you know?
Alex, did you say before that he can't be arrested if he's in rehab?
Oh, I wanted to see that.
That's what somebody was saying something about. No, he can get arrested. So I didn't know. Didn't you say he can't be arrested?
I don't believe so. I believe they would have to wait until he checked out.
Yeah,
now that doesn't mean they wouldn't. They would sit there and wait for them. You know that it's, but they can't arrest him while he's a patient in the rehab. No,
I did some research on that. Yes, they have to wait till he finishes it, and then they can arrest him. As they can arrest him when he walks out the door. But
Kathy said you can. Are you sure, Kathy? Because I don't know. I feel like it's when you walk out. But I mean, I'd have to double check that. I just remember back from when I was in rehab, some talks about some of that and how they couldn't come in there and get anybody. They had to wait till they were discharged. So I don't know. And you know what? Also, it could vary state to state. That's something I've learned with true crime. It doesn't really matter because every state is different. They all have their different rules.
Yes, they do. But stuff that I looked at is it's according to if it's a state-run rehab and a private rehab, and also it has to do with if they check themselves in or if they are made to go in. There's a lot because if they are made go in by a judge says they have to go to rehab, then all the rights that the police they can come in there and take their blood, they can do anything they want if the court ordered them to go in.
Right.
They have they don't have any rights, just like when you go to prison, they say that you have rights. When you go to prison, you do not. They strip all of your human rights away. I mean, they do. And
I don't know. That's something I need to look into a little more. Kathy said I was thinking about Alex Murdaugh and Courtney Clinty. Did they wait until they were released? I don't know. We'll look into it and talk about it more. And we're going to talk about that case anyway. You guys want to talk about it? So, and I'm going to jump off of here.
Okay.
Because I enjoyed talking to y'all because I was only supposed to be like.
And I am so sorry. I apologize for you. The
Brooklyn likes to talk, so if you get on here with Brooklyn, you'll be on here later.
She knows me. I talk her ear off. But, I just rattle everything. She listens. She lets me rattle everything off and get all the information. She laughs at me because I write her books when I text her.
Yeah.
But, I just want to apologize for it, because I know that you did not. That you stepped into that, ant's nest with trying to do defend yourself. And I hate it that anyone come after you here. I mean, it's a shame because
Well, that ain't your
we are
fault, and
just
that's all
so
right.
immature. And I just think that I don't know how
Well,
we can make a difference, but I'm tired of trying to convince other people to make a change, and we're just going to make the change ourselves and do what's best for us.
Okay, she's
yeah,
got to
that's
go,
all you
Broken.
can do.
Gotta go. Okay. Get my
Gotta go.
gift.
But I will say,
Says.
I was gonna say one thing also. I have told you already, Broken, but I was telling some of the girls when I was sharing the link in the Patreon. I was like, now you never know what's gonna come out of her mouth. I'm just gonna tell you now, she's feisty and she's gonna say whatever the hell she wants. So
I'm pretty good. I've gotten a kind of a handle on it a little bit, because there's so many people out there that
Yeah, I have been
that
on here shocked myself.
that has
What's coming
screamed,
out of
and
her mouth.
they scream louder than I do. They scream louder than I do, and they are more toxic than I was. So I just kind of let it lie. I
well, I
have
don't
now
even
fired
mean
up
in a
a couple
toxic
times.
way. It's just you're gonna say what
Mhm.
you want to say, and sometimes it might be
I know.
whatever. Who knows? But
And
I
I
think
don't
that
think
can be
anything's
charming.
wrong with
That's
that.
no, there's
I
not. It can be a good thing because sometimes
mhm,
it's just honest. I mean, at least a
I
person is
know.
being who they are and speaking honestly. So that's
Right.
better than fake stuff.
Yeah.
So
And I do rub people the wrong way because I do say I'm hot headed and I'm very judgmental, I guess. And I don't mean to be, but I look at people and when they're off their rocker crazy, I have to say something. I mean, good Lord.
oh god.
But but
Okay.
just like me and Robbie go back and forth, and today, I mean, he apologized to Andrea over and over. He apologized to MKB. He said that
We missed it.
he wanted us to know, that he did not mean that. He abused his ranch
His ranch.
and I know I say it funny, don't I?
Ring it.
But I mean, I like
Yeah.
Robbie. I mean, I like him because he's real. He owns up to his stuff. He apologizes. And he said that he just wanted to make things better. So I think he's one that we might can work with. And
Right.
and I
Well,
want you
I
to
say
check
you
out
just.
Retro Kitten because
I
her
will.
channel is really good. She sings all the time. It's so funny. And
Okay. Well, I will
Well, we
check her out.
appreciate you
And
having you here, Alex.
yes,
yes,
thank you
love
guys so
you.
much. I love you too, and thank you for having me. And I hope you guys have a good night. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, everybody that come from Alex's. We
Yeah, we
appreciate y'all
appreciate
being
y'all.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, more than
Yeah,
welcome to stay, or if y'all want to.
yeah.
She said, I remember Save Robbie. Yeah, I
And
think a lot of
Alex,
people know him.
yeah, and we're going to cover the case, I think, on Tuesday. Alex has got some stuff going on Tuesday, so we can't set a time right now. But and we might have to change it to another day if she's too busy. But
Yeah.
Tuesday, I think, is when we're going to start that case up, all three of us. So I hope y'all are here for that because that's going to be really good. And then I'm going to get with Alex and see about the game thing. And maybe Melissa Jade might forgive me and, kind of let me do that one day. Just one day is all we want to do it for Mark. So maybe she'll let me get with her and,
Figure out how to do it or something.
yeah, because I went in there hot headed and she's got to forgive me. You're welcome,
Bad
Alex. And
girl.
thank you for being here.
Bad
I'm
girl.
apologizing to Melissa because, I did go in there hot headed I did go in there on her. But I'm apologizing and hopefully she'll help me with that game, maybe. So, but we're going to just cover more things. It's more topics. Maybe even not another night, not true crime. Maybe we can cover, something y'all are interested in that maybe, it might help something. I mean, something fun or, just any kind of topic.
We'll have our fun and just any
I
kind of
like to see those
debate.
Karen videos, don't you?
Yeah, those are funny. Hey,
Mhm.
Melissa.
I do like Karen. Hello, Melissa. Welcome. I know me and Andrea had the same. We had the same theory on the case, but then the toxicology come back and that changed everything. So I don't know where I'm at now with it. I got to go and redo it all. Unwind it all and start over. So I mean, it's like, oh gosh. But love me some Melissa. Is Melissa in here?
She wasn't here. I don't know
Mm,
if she still is.
yeah.
She wasn't here.
Mm,
I saw her
okay.
in those Karen videos, Neat Noodle said.
Yeah. I think we're still in the mod chat together, aren't we, Alex? Where I can go and apologize to her if she didn't hear me. So
You could go to her channel and do it if you wanted to.
yeah, I
Are
could.
you blocked over there?
Yeah,
You are?
I am. Yes, I am.
You was that bad?
Yes, I guess I was. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Go
Well, I
figure.
didn't. I mean, I didn't mean to be. It just kind of happened. I mean, like I do say things sometimes, and I don't really. I necessarily need to keep my mouth shut sometimes, but I don't. But I used to come in really hot. I mean, I would really get angry, and I would really start screaming and stuff on here. But since I got sick, that made me have a new outlook, I guess. I mean, life is too precious to waste it on spinning their wheels in the mud's what these people are doing, and I just can't waste my life on it because I don't have much left.
So,
And
Andrea, you didn't hear Robbie apologize either on the video? She said something about I don't think she heard him either. I see it broken. You have changed since your social.
have I for the good, Andrea, or for the bad?
No, Lord, no.
Well, I mean, it's just that life's too short to do this, and I was letting everything get to me, and I was
You
so
used to be
desperate.
badass back then.
I was so desperate
Now
to
you're more softened, I think.
mellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have more empathy towards people. I did not have no empathy. I can tell you right now, I had no empathy for these deadbeat losers. I'm serious.
She
I
said you
could
mellowed out a lot. See, I think
I
so.
could have walked right all over every one of them. But when I got sick and I was so close to death, uh it made me look at myself in the mirror. I mean, just look at myself and look at how I was behaving. And it made me feel really bad that I let something get a hold of me so bad that it made me mean again. And I couldn't even hardly sleep at night because I was so angry. And I would just think about all these people and what they were doing and how I could change it. And you can't. I had to just finally decide to walk away.
Leave It to Beaver said, Broken, I'm trying to get back into some content. I'm willing to discuss the case with you at some point. Just let me know.
Okay, cool.
You talking
That
about the
would be
Stephen
really
Avery
nice.
case?
Or the new case, Stephen Avery or the new case.
Oh.
Let me know which one, Leave It to Beaver. That would be wonderful. I would love that. I love her too. I love her. She's just so down to earth and she's one that's kind of, she used to try to hold her tongue on some things and she just couldn't. Some things she's so passionate about, and I would just crack up because she would just get so passionate about some things, and she just really made a difference in the way that I saw things too. How she stood up for these kids as victims, and she was really amazing. And she is like beautiful, and she goes on her lives. It's so funny, and she wears this toboggan. And I was like, and she would change her color of her toboggan every day. And I was like, she is so beautiful. She needs to take that toboggan off. I want to see what her hair, I want to see what she looks like without the toboggan. And she did one day. She's just beautiful.
What happened to
It was
you and Melissa Jade? Somebody was asking.
what?
I mean, was it you just went in
It
there?
wasn't no big deal. I went in there. She's talking about a case, and they were kind of giggling about things. And I was already upset about something else. And I told her it wasn't funny. The case wasn't funny. Someone died here, and and that's what I said, and she got a little upset with me.
No, she did.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to come across. I didn't mean to get carried away that bad, but it just hit me wrong, that laughing, and she said that she was just making light. They weren't laughing before, and I was, I kind of got carried away.
Well, people, she'll probably be. She's over it now. She wouldn't have come in here if she wouldn't.
And she kind of threw it in my face that I asked permission to play that game because she started that game, and I just wanted to do it one night, and she threw it in my face that I asked, and that really made me mad. So I just kind of I mouthed off something else and got blocked. So
Leave it to
it,
Beaver. I left a comment on your post earlier. I seen it where you was asking for prayers. My name is I Matter on post, but she's asking for prayers for one of her friends. If y'all would lift her up in
is
prayer.
April Showers still in here?
I don't know if
Is
she's still here
if
or not.
April Showers is in here, April,
Anybody
could
can
you
pray
say a
for
prayer
her.
for her, please? April Showers, I swear she's a part of my channel. She is such a big, important part of my channel. And when I was so sick, um, every time this lady would pray for me, I would start feeling better immediately.
Yeah,
There she is. I want you to say a prayer for Leave It to Beaver's friend. And then we had some people, these creators, that made fun of her for praying for me. And that went all over me. That showed me how toxic people really are to go after somebody because they said a prayer. And that's why that tonight we're laying it to rest. And I'm not going back. I'm not going back in these channels. And I'm keeping my word. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm leaving all the drama. I'm not leaving all the drama. If something comes up, I will talk about it. But I'm leaving these toxic people. I'm not engaging with them anymore. I'm done. And tonight I'm laying them down and I'm walking away. And I'm going to go to her true crime
Alex,
channel. I'm
did
going
you
to do
talk
true
about Sarah
crime.
Boone too?
Yes, Sarah Boone case. That's what me and Melissa. That was what she's talking about.
Oh,
That,
that
That
case
night.
is good. I'd like to watch that case cover too because I think that's gonna be a good case.
mm-hmm. I was on panel about the Sarah Boone case with Rabid Dog. He asked me if I wanted to do that with him, and I went over there and I did that with him on his panel. And he said that he would come over here and cover that case if y'all wanted to.
Sarah Boone may end up representing herself, Rebel Soul, before you know it.
Oh
Done kicked
Lord,
everybody else off the team, so she might
I
end up.
can't. You know that girl has got a screw loose. She really does have a screw loose, and I just believe that she
She
is.
needs some help
I
leaving
think
that
that the
man in that
alcohol.
suitcase like that.
I think the alcohol has
I don't think that you got
killed some
common sense
brain
to know
cells.
not to leave somebody in a suitcase zipped up.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that night. I'm just saying that you can tell by the when she's sober that the alcohol has killed some of those brain cells up there.
Yeah, I knew she was on her. I didn't know it was an eighth attorney, but I knew she had a lot of them that she done went through or something. I did see that part. I had
Oh yeah.
expressing my anger, so we talk about
See, that's one thing that I have never been. I never had a problem expressing my anger.
it.
I mean, I've always I was the black sheep of the family. I was a big mouth. I was always. I mean, but when my family gets in trouble, I'm the first person they come to. And like, if they had any battles to fight, anybody was after them, like teenagers, and I was a teenager, they'd come to me to take care of it. But I mean, I just carried that into my adulthood, and I had to. Alex is the one that calmed that down. But I would have stomped on anybody, and I hate that. I mean, I laugh about it now because it is funny. Because I mean, I wouldn't hurt. It wasn't innocent people I went after. It was the guilty people, like these toxic people. I would have stomped on every one of them, and just the anger. But I've been hurt on here, 3 times, like really bad, and I said that I was not going to invest myself in somebody anymore and find out that they're not who they say they are. I just can't.
Hey, Brandy.
I mean, when I just thought that when my days were numbered, I didn't know if I was going to live to see tomorrow. I really didn't. And it did make a change. It did make me change. And that's what, and I used to enjoy going after these people that were bad people, and I don't enjoy that anymore. It's and one reason is because they talk about the same thing. They spin their wheels, and every channel is talking about the same thing, and they're talking about the same thing that happened 2 years ago. And I'm not interested. I mean, they've already hashed it out. They all know that they're all crooked and they all lie. Why don't they just own up to what they've done and move forward, or move forward to some other topic? If they want to go after somebody else. I mean, do something different. I mean, I'm tired of talking about people's sex lives and people's private parts and stupid stuff. We don't talk about that, but I mean, it's just stupid. And do these people not know? What if they found out they only had 24 hours to live? Would they waste it here on YouTube? I'm just,
Some of
would
them
they?
would. I know some of them would.
I mean, look how they're wasting their time.
Look at Lycan over there. He
Uh,
is he would use
I
his
mean,
24 hours on here.
well, I don't understand it. I just don't understand why they just want to keep doing the same things. And I don't understand why they want to lie on innocent people. That right there, how do they lie so easily? And it be okay with them? Because, and you defend and I'm not even going to bother defending myself anymore. If people want to believe what they're saying, let them believe it, because people can come here and see who I am. This is me. I don't change. I'm not going to change. And I said, things in my life change me, but these people aren't going to change me. I mean, I refuse to be like them. And I will never lie on someone. I will never do anything crooked. If I need something for something, I'm going to be straightforward with it. I mean, and MKB she's honest. She's one of the most honest people I know. And for them to do her the way that they did just made me sick. And for them to give me they gave me an ultimatum. They said, you can stand with her or you can lose everything. And I said, I'll stand with her. I said, I'm just fine where I am. And I don't regret my decision one bit. Not one bit. Because you think that if I had chosen those people, that they would be here for me in a bad time? They wouldn't. There's no way. And they were the ones that was making fun of me because I was dying. So, I just don't have no desire to do that anymore. And I'm just excited. Game night, I want to do that. And you know that we got to cook for Mark. We're going to cook for him one night. And Alex has got to be there for that. See me make biscuits and gravy. I'm going to do that. I might do that this week. I sure might. But
you was worried about coming on camera tonight, and she didn't even go on camera tonight.
Because I had to go. I went to the stinking cell phone place, and it took forever. That just blew me up.
Thank you, Nikki.
And I'm on my husband's phone because I went to go and pick my phone up, and the phone that I picked is not compatible with my service, only on the internet, not on making calls. So now I'm going to have to upgrade another, I'm going to have to upgrade. So I'm going to have to go back and do it because we went through all that trouble, the SIM card, getting the phone, doing the phone, and then it wouldn't work. So we had to start from scratch and undo everything, put the SIM card back in my old phone. It was such a mess. I was almost in tears when I walked out of there. I said, I just want to cry.
That's what I make. Leave it to Beaver. I make chocolate gravy and biscuits.
I know. See, I never made chocolate gravy.
I was going to make chocolate gravy, and you was going to make regular gravy.
I know you're going to have to watch me. I'm going to have to do chocolate gravy while you're talking me through it because I tried it and it didn't work so hot. But I never made chocolate gravy.
It's good.
I don't know.
I have to make some tonight when I get off here because I actually got biscuits and stuff in there.
My mom, and I thought it was just me, but I guess it was my mom's rule. I mean, the way she, ran her house. We didn't have sweet, like in the mornings, we didn't eat pancakes or sweet anything. Nothing was sweet in the mornings. It was like biscuits, gravy, eggs, the whole layout every morning. She'd get up at 5 and make everything from scratch. And the things that my mom didn't like to eat, like ham and stuff, we never had it. And
dumplings. Oh, that sounds so good.
Chocolate dumplings?
Yeah, it just sounds good.
How would you make those?
I'm from Tennessee, Music City, Mom, too, and I make chocolate gravy. I can't believe you ain't heard of chocolate gravy.
I did. I mean, I didn't hear of it until one of
Dude,
one of
them
my
potatoes
friends'
are just
moms. I
so
went over
good.
there and she made it for breakfast, and I was like, oh my! I didn't eat because I wasn't going to eat sweets for breakfast,
It's good.
But
I may have to make some when I get off here.
you need to talk me in how to do it.
It's
How do
it's
you not burn the chocolate?
it's
Yeah.
easy. You just use the powdered cocoa chocolate with sugar and then with flour and then
Well, how do you make your roux? How do you make that to where it?
you just melt a stick of butter in your pan and then you mix your sugar and your cocoa powder and your flour in a bowl. You mix it up and then just sprinkle it over the butter and stir it and keep stirring it and it'll get thicker and thicker. And then you just add milk to it to thin it out so it won't be too chocolatey and thick and it
Oh,
makes it good.
well, that sounds pretty easy. I mean, because
Yeah.
like when you told me that one time, I tried to do it on my own, and it was real thin. It didn't turn out right. And then I did kind of get it too hot. The first batch I tried to make, it got too hot, and the chocolate kind of clumped up. Kind of got dry. I don't know. It was weird. It burnt. Is what it did.
It's
Uh,
good. I really like it.
we start talking about food on here, everybody gets hungry. Everybody starts talking about cooking this and cooking that. We
She said
do. We talk
homemade
about.
chocolate pudding is really easy. That sounds good too. Some homemade chocolate pudding.
You know what? The other day, I didn't have any brown gravy, and I just sat and thought. I said, "Well, how would you make brown gravy?" And I said, "Surely you can make it from scratch." And I just got in there, and I had some beef bouillon, and I made my own homemade beef. I made homemade brown gravy, and it's great. I don't have to buy brown gravy anymore. I'm gonna make it from scratch from now on.
Mhm.
But I do that a lot. I will picture things. Nobody tells me no recipe, and I have it in my mind that I think I can do it. Like those stupid chicken enchiladas. Lord, I did it, but it took me hours. I mean, it was crazy. And I just get it in my head that I think I can do something, and I really don't know what I'm doing. And I don't realize that until I'm already into it, and that I'm already elbow it flour up to my elbows. When I make biscuits and gravy, I have flour from head to toe. And my kitchen's red. I used every pan and every silverware. My husband about flipped out. He said she used everything in our kitchen to make those chicken enchiladas. And he washed all the dishes and cleaned the kitchen for me. After I was done, I was like, oh my God, look at all these dishes. I just could not wash them. He did it for me. Time cooking. Okay, step. What? Y'all want me to tell you the one thing I have the
Fried
hardest time
chicken, like
cooking?
who the hell from the south would
Anything.
cook fried
What is
chicken?
it? Really?
Mhm.
That's how I burnt my hands is I was frying chicken and I burnt and my hands caught on fire.
Mm.
That's how I burnt my hands. And I had one of these
Was it just one
dead
hand or both hands?
both hands.
Oh, you got
And
both
I
hands?
and the tops of my feet. And these deadbeats took that and ran with it and laughed about it. Laughed because I burned my hands. They laughed because it was it took recovery was like 5 years. I think that when did I take my gloves off? I took my gloves off just a few months ago. And but my hands are still sensitive to where they're real dry. And I have to put a glove on every once in a while because they'll crack right down the middle. I can't. It's horrible. My hands are just horrible. They'll never be the same. They'll never be the same. And they made fun of it, and that kind of hurt my feelings. But then I was just like, it's not something that I should be hurt about. It's something that they should be upset of themselves for saying anything about it. I mean, because I would never make fun of anybody for anything that happened to them, like that. It's devastating. I was suicidal at some point because my hands hurt so bad, you know?
Jaded, I don't know what that is. I don't. Somebody said sausage? Question mark.
What is it?
He said kind of yeah, but delicious. She was asking what it was.
I can't do stuffed bell peppers. Mine, I don't know
Oh,
what.
I love stuffed bell
I
peppers.
can't do them. I tried. And I want to learn how to do cabbage rolls. That's my favorite food. My aunt, she passed away, and she used to do them for me, and
Thank
I
you, Neat
I
Noodle.
don't know how to do them.
Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. You can stop by
Yes.
anytime.
Who was it?
Neat Noodle.
Neat Noodle. Yes.
One
Thank
of them.
you. Appreciate it. I hope you come back.
Yeah, we'd love to have
Yeah.
you.
Yes. I
Just
mean, we're
support
pretty
the
even
community
kill over
sausage.
here. We're not. I mean, we're not anything special or anything spectacular, but we're real and we're who you get what we are. I mean, we can't we can't be like these other people. We're not made that
Mm.
way. And and there's a lot of people that MKB likes that I don't like. There's people I like she don't like. Andrea's mom, she likes people that I don't like. And I'm
We're all
sure
okay with it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that I like people that she don't like, and we're okay with it. And we have you have to make your mind up.
As long as anybody's respectful, they're welcome to come in here. As long as they're
Yes.
respectful.
I don't you know what? I only have 2 people blocked. And I used to only have 1 person blocked. And I hear these creators talk about how many people they have blocked, and it's unbelievable. So, I thought about doing a channel just to have oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd
You
be
know what?
neat.
I was going to share recipes on my community posts. I mean, and I would love for y'all to do that. Go to my community post. April, you're welcome to go over there and put anything on my community post you want
Oh
to.
yes, that's what we can do. We can get on
Yeah,
our community post and leave a recipe, and then
yeah,
people
let's
can
do
just
that.
add to it.
Yeah, and April,
Yeah,
you
we
can
can do
just use
that.
my community post if you want to. But you can start a channel up too. We'll make you go live. Ah, well, me
Thank
and
you,
Voice is getting
sunshine
along.
on a
We
rainy
have
day.
Oh no, other than that, we've been okay. And I'm just trying to stay in my lane. Yeah, I don't want drama with right. I understand that totally, and it's okay that you like voices. That's cool. I mean, I've tried with voices. Both
We
of us
don't like
have.
her, but it's okay if you like her.
Right. And I mean, we did nothing to this woman. Nothing. Nothing negative we've ever done to this woman. And she purposely come in our channel and tried to take it down, and then lied about us. And it was devastating. She really hurt us bad. And we used to have her on panel with us, until she got on my panel and called
Told
me
you to
every
shut
name
the
in the
fuck up.
book, called me the C word, and told me to shut up. And I told her that was enough. I had enough. She's not welcome back. And that was the end of it. But when she did Alex that way, I have to stand up for Alex. I have to. And but voices, I mean, I just wish that voices would realize how much hurt that she's causing by lashing out at people that don't deserve it. Now, if she was lashing out at these people that deserved it, it'd be different. But she's not. She's going after innocent people. That's what these people are doing. They go after innocent people, hurt these innocent people, and hurt people that are really trying to do good. And that takes the good away out of our community. And we just want to just be better. Yeah. Well, you can't. You Leave it to Beaver. You can't. I mean, it can't be for long standing because you never know what you're going to say that might make her snap. You
Yeah,
just don't.
she'll snap in a minute. You just gotta be very
Yeah.
careful what you say around her because she's like a ticking
Yeah.
time bomb.
And I mean, first she's coming in here telling me who I could have, who I could talk about and who I couldn't.
Yeah,
And
April. She told Broken to shut the f up and called her the c word on her own panel one
yeah,
night.
yeah, no, I wasn't going to stand for that. Leave it to Beaver. You know better. I'm not going to take that. I'm not. I couldn't. I just lost it. I just couldn't. And she's tried to come back in my chat again, and uh, I didn't block her. She's still not blocked, but she knows she's not welcome here no more. Uh, she's just not. We gave her chance after chance, and it just didn't work. I mean, she goes behind. I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk about her so much, but they were going behind the scenes, her and Kim, and they were making up lies about us to try to take us down. And I don't care if they go after me for the truth. They can go at it all they want, and I won't say a word. But by George, when they start lying on me, that's a different rodeo. I'm not going to take it. You know, I'm not a scammer, and I'm not, and MKB is not either. And for them to put that stuff on us, that hurt us. But I was done with it when she got on my panel. I mean, when I was already hot headed. I mean, when she got on the panel, I was already worked up, and she should never come on here and disrespected me that way. I'd never do that in her channel. Never. I would never. Oh, leave it to Beaver. You need to go over there and listen to what she did to Alex. I mean, Alex just went into her
target on
chat.
Alex's back.
Yeah, she just tried to go in there and say that person on that tape that called the police was not her. She said that she had proof, and Voices attacked her and was making fun of her and saying that she hated her channel and saying that she hated her whiny voice, and told her that she didn't care what proof she showed, that wasn't her, that she knew it was her, and that she was standing on that. And
She's very vile.
And you know how good a person Alex is, and for her to treat Alex like that for no reason, and that's why we brought this up tonight, because that's where I have to draw the line. And I just wanted
it's still up on her channel.
Yeah, it is.
Voices' channel. If you go look up
why don't you just play the clip?
Yeah, I can play it real quick for y'all.
Play the clip.
Let me get it real quick. I'll play y'all a little bit of it so y'all can hear it.
But people that are willing to lie, cheat, and steal in order to make others hate you, that's way beyond boundaries that should never be crossed. And when I'm approaching it at a calmer standpoint. I mean,
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
As much as I don't want to do this, and I don't want to have to stand up for the person that I'm about to stand up for, right is right, wrong is wrong, and we always stand up for what is right. I'm bringing this to you because I want to know your thoughts on it. I have my own thoughts. I know what. Yep, you can have scarlet fever from untreated strep. Yep, it can turn into scarlet fever, scarlatina. It can go into endocarditis. You can end up with an infection in the sac that surrounds your heart. It's always, yep. Right.
She also said, "What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong," and she's gonna still speak on it.
And that's what we're doing. I mean, she thinks she's right. I mean, we're standing up for what's right.
Wrong is wrong. And as much as I don't want to have to do what I'm going to do, I want to know your thoughts on this. So let me go ahead and share the screen, and we're going to listen to it. This is gross, and I'm not exactly happy that I'm going to be covering this, but what else can we do? Oh, I guess maybe it's got to be back on this one. So here we go.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Transparency. Real quick, just dropping this out there. Those of you guys that have emailed me in some capacity or reached out, or I think Bubbly Waters did actually a video. We already knew that this happened. As we do keep track of the Moscow Police Department logs, there was a call in, and I got the 911 call. There was a call in while I was in and doing work in Moscow, Idaho, as well as other parts of North Idaho. While I was there, this is the call that took place. For transparency purposes, this call will be placed here on its own little thread. I keep it moving. Everybody that knows and watches as everything that I document. This is the call. This is really unbelievable, but it's something I've been looking through since 2020.
Oh, come on. All right. Well, here's the problem with it. Okay. So what we're about to listen to is the call that came into the Moscow non-emergency fire police dispatch line, and it's another YouTuber. This is very painful to defend, but right is right, wrong is wrong, and we don't do this. We don't harass people when they're out doing what they're doing. I am not pleased.
I hate it when she says that.
Under Section 107 for the education of the Copyright Act for the educational commentary purposes.
Yeah, thanks for telling
Alex, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. but
It's
it
just,
sounds like you.
It sounds like you.
You were live on Patreon when it happens, but it sounds like you.
So
So let's go ahead and listen to it then. Okay, well, in your opinion, allegedly, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna listen to it.
she's
Then.
starting to talk to Alex right now.
Because
That's
it
what
sounds
she's
like
talking
Alex.
to.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna listen to it. It does sound like Alex.
Alex is in her chat right now.
Here we go. And I'm 50-50 torn on this.
Struggling to find truly custom
that's on her channel.
hair personalized to your one-of-a-kind needs.
What is that?
That's on her channel.
Right.
She has
Okay.
playing it.
Oh, yeah, she had that.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hello, Christopher.
Yes, this is not emergency, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I got a message for Officer Fry as well. I just wanted to let you guys know that there is a crazy YouTuber in Idaho right now. She's fixated on the Idaho 4 case and vindicating Brian Koberger. And she just put up a live stream 2 hours ago where she's walking around the house, knocking on witnesses and neighbors' doors, trying to talk to them.
She's walking around.
I said 11:22 King Drive, yes.
Okay. Well, and I'm sorry, but I believe I know what voice I hear on here. And you guys can tell me what you want to say. You guys can tell me I'm wrong, and I might be wrong. But until then, it's standing, and I don't care what proof has been given.
I don't care what proof has been given.
Again, it does sound like you. And you could have, like, this came out 2 hours after it happened. This was
She
on
never
yesterday.
apologized, April.
So,
She never
again,
did.
You can say that you don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's you. Either way, if it isn't you, if it's someone else, don't care what proof has been given. No, I don't.
I don't care what
Because
proof
this
has
isn't my
been
fight
given.
to fight. My fight to fight is the fact that, again, somebody from YouTube called and went real life on another YouTuber, right? As if my life hasn't been impacted enough. I understand. You need to listen. You need to listen to the cadence again.
She said she wants to get the family so close to and so she can use it. She has, I don't know if you're aware of her channel, it's Truth and Transparency. And like I said, she's a convicted stalker. Like she stalks other YouTubers. She gets fixated on things and goes absolutely crazy. If this woman knocked on my door, I would be terrified. But she stalks the neighbors before accused them of calling them noise complaints, put their address and everything else on her channel for her 40,000 subscribers. She is wait. If this woman knocked
Again,
Can you halt it for a minute?
buddy, I didn't do
Yeah.
anything. What I'm saying is, I know whose voice it sounds like. I know what past there is. And given what just transpired with names being dropped and then suddenly phone calls are made. Yes, this is the point. This is the point right here. It doesn't matter who made the call. What needs to happen is anyone calling to harass another YouTuber is wrong. Wrong. All the way around. Whether it's really Alex, not Alex, somebody calling to sound like Alex, either way, you're still taking it off the platform. And why would you pick it this one person specifically that we know? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't trust y'all's ears. A lot of y'all's ears can't pick out the difference between different parts of the states. Again, there's lots of ways that you can mute and whatever. That's not mine. That one's not mine to produce. What I'm saying is it's still wrong.
on my door, I'll just be something on one side.
And then she gets nastier towards her.
Arranged.
Yeah, she'll get
But
nastier.
I left a message for Mr. Fry, because that's all I needed to do. I tried to get on him. I went to this woman's page in this video, but it wouldn't let me. So I wanted
Right. Leave it to
She'll
Beaver.
be saying something else in just a
in
second.
that area and walking around talking to witnesses and knocking on things, witnesses and
When she
the
talks
neighbor's
about her voice and stuff.
door. She's not a journalist. She thinks she's a lawyer. She's not. She's a crazy person, and she's there now for. I guess I don't keep up with the case as much as I did when it first came out, but she is
Trying to fast forward it so it'll go faster.
Yeah.
But she'll
Okay,
be-
stop. Can you stop for just a minute?
Hold on.
Leave it to Beaver. Just listening to the tape without proof or anything.
Dogs yell.
Alex, does that sound like the way Alex talks? You know, she doesn't talk about people like that.
Okay.
Go
Alex,
ahead.
I'm not done with you and your fucking mouth in my chat because I don't give two fucks. I believe I know who it is. And that's okay. Time telling me how it's going to happen. I don't care. It sounds like you. In my opinion, it sounds like you. I don't care if you tell me it's not. I don't care if you tell me you were live on Patreon. Until you get the proof and you break your proof down, you are a beat dog that's yelping. You can leave my chat. I don't have any loyalty to you. I can't stand your whiny ass baby fucking voice, to be quite honest. But what I do hear is I hear Alex Erickson's voice on this, and I'm going with it. And I don't give two fucks because A, I don't like her, and B, I don't have to. What I am going to say is I think it's bullshit if you did this, and if you didn't do it, well, oh well, I still think it's bullshit. And it sounds too much like you. And I don't care if you like me or don't like me. And I don't care if you leave. Bye. This is bullshit. This is 100% bullshit. Anybody calling law enforcement, calling or bothering anybody from YouTube. I don't care if people like me. I don't care. Funny, you're still here watching, aren't you?
She's talking to Alex like
so again,
Mm-hmm.
listen to the words of what is being said. Listen to the cadence. Listen to the voice. And tell me again, I'm wrong.
But that pretty much just sums up voices right there. She
Right.
sit there and accused Alex of calling the police department, and it wasn't not Alex. Someone came forward and said and told her that it was them. Taper
And the
Jean girl, I think is the name of the girl that came
Yeah.
forward and said it was her.
And
She
the
did a
proof
lot-
is already out there.
Yeah, the proof is already out there. So another girl came forward and said it was her that called, and it was not Alex. And she
But-
still did not apologize for none of it.
But Voices thought that she would be the first one that would bring out that it was Alex and that she was going to stand on that because she believed in that it was her, so that she thought that it was going to do something for her if she was right. And the way she treated Alex, I was lurking. I was watching because I was not going to let her just sit there and just dog her. Alex handled it pretty well, but if I thought that Alex was in trouble, I would have been in there. But the way she words things, the way she does things, she when somebody comes back at her with, what about they've showed the proof now? Are you going to, back up what you said? Well, she's going to say, oh, well, I what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. I was saying it's wrong no matter who called. But no, it did matter who called because she put a target on Alex's back and her forehead by saying that it was her.
Yeah.
And when she should have said, this person, we don't know who it is, made this call and it's wrong.
Yeah.
That would have been the right way to handle it instead of putting someone's name in there as innocent. And that's the way that she works, and that's the way she did us.
She don't care. She don't like her voice. She don't like her. She don't like nothing.
And she was just nice to her. Alex felt comfortable going in there because Voices was so nice to her before. And said she liked her channel and, was saying good things about her channel and her. And then she turns around and says that she don't like her, the things that she said to her was just uncalled for. And, and these people, no matter if Alex, how it goes, if she showed the proof or not, the people, by the time that Voices shut that live down, none of those people in there cared about if Alex showed the proof. Voices
She told her
convinced
that she
them.
was on Patreon at the time that it was
Mhm.
when the phone call happened. She still didn't believe that.
And
even
she
though
said that,
she had proof
and
of that.
she even said that there was ways around that you could still make the phone call while you was on Patreon. She
ain't
she
got no
made it
sense.
look like that no matter what proof Alex
Just a
showed,
bully.
that she could show that Alex couldn't show the proof. You know what I mean?
She
That
ain't
it
nothing
wasn't,
but a bully.
that she could debunk it. But when this girl came forward, that was a different story. But she still hasn't apologized to Alex, and Alex deserves an apology for that. And she probably won't ever get it, but I hope that some subscribers wake up and see that these people, and I don't care for these people at all because they make up stuff and they say things to make them go after innocent people. Now, if these people were guilty of these most horrific things that they said, then maybe it's okay to call them out. But they are calling out and making up lies on innocent people. And it is most of the content they put out is lies on innocent people. They don't go after their own disgusting, evil selves, you know, that people that are like them. They don't go after them because they don't want them coming back at them. They join together as a group and go after one innocent person. And it's so disgusting that the community's got to take a stand and tell these people enough is enough. And I think that I'm going to say that community because I'm not going to be involved with that community anymore. That community is going to keep going until somebody gets hurt, gets killed, or
I think
hurts
it,
themselves.
I think it is wrong if somebody, a YouTuber's calling law enforcement
It
on
is.
somebody. I think it's
It
wrong.
is.
They shouldn't be
Anybody
doing
that goes real life, anybody that goes real life beyond YouTube, it's wrong. But it's
that.
also wrong. What she did is get up there and say it was Alex. That's wrong because she put an innocent person in the line of fire of these people over here in this trauma community. And these people in this trauma community will do anything and everything to get those views and that money. And they don't care who they stomp on and hurt. And they don't care if these people end their lives. They don't care if these people are murdered. They don't care what happens because of what they've done. And I've done some research on it. YouTubers have been murdered because of the things that people have, they put a target on their head. And the end result was that person, you know, they are no longer here. And it's not worth it. This is not worth it. YouTube is not worth it. I mean, and all the money in the world is not worth it. So, and I just wish that these mean, horrible people would wake up and stop going after innocent people. Because, when she come after us and she just, they did it behind the scenes and Boots was one of my mods and, she was on panel with us and she went over there and told Voices that we needed her. And she let Voices up on my panel knowing that Voices wasn't welcome on my panel. And Voices come in there and started telling the people to that they need to raise money for MKB's electric bill because she needed to pay it. Well, they raised enough money for that electric bill, and then they started saying that she was stealing the money from the people, and everybody wanted a refund because MKB wasn't being honest about it, and she was. And we didn't ask for a dime. MKB didn't want a dime. We already had it handled. I was going to give her that if she needed it. She didn't need for them to do that, to come in and get that money for her, but she was thankful because they did. And then they wanted her to give the money over anything over the electric bill to Boots. And so she gave it to Boots. And then now MKB is still, that she is still out how much? $200? Because she gave the money back refunds. And so she paid her electric bill, but then she had to borrow money to pay these people back. And Boots sat over there and got a new laptop, and she left us. And the reason that Boots did this to us because of jealousy. She wanted rid of me, and because she wanted MKB, wanted to be her and MKB on panel, and she masterminded this whole thing to take us down. And she did just about ruin our channel that night. But they still bring it up and throw it in MKB's face that she's a scammer, and she's not. She was very honest about it. And Boots is the one that introduced her to this woman that ripped her off, So, but you know what? Our friendship was just a few months in, and me, I'm gonna tell my opinion. I told her not to do it. I knew better. See, they couldn't get it out of me. They tried that scam on me, and I was like, no, police officers have good insurance. If she got wrecked in a police cruiser, they're gonna totally pay for everything that was hurt. I said, she's not going to, she is still bringing in the money if she's a police officer. And I didn't believe any of it. And I told her not to do it. And Boots come over there and almost just like threatened MKB to get her to give that money to them. So she did. And then this is the outcome, and Boots sitting over there laughing at us, lying on us. And to this day, we still hadn't got Boots to tell the truth, but we are working on Boots telling the truth. But it doesn't matter. I mean, we know who we are and we know what happened. People were there. They saw. Every incident
she said that she did tell the truth, but they didn't want to listen to it.
But, these people, they just keep on going and going and going instead of getting real topics, talking about real things that could make a difference. They could make a big difference instead of raising $30,000 for a damn lawyer. They could use that $30,000 to give to homeless children that are hungry. I don't understand why they want to raise all this money, these fundraisers and stuff, and they waste it on frivolous things. It's sickening. When they're not helping nobody on here. They need to use those fundraisers to help people that are in need and not waste it on this frivolous crap. And these people that are doing all this, they're wasting their lives away, and they are not moving forward. They're not living. They're not bringing any joy into their hearts. They're not. And they don't have any love for themselves, so how are they going to love anyone else?
Well, Landon said he wants to say hi.
Okay. Hi, baby. How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm glad. I saw your videos, and they are wonderful. Y'all got to go check MKB's channel out. She's got 2 shorts on her kid playing this game, and it's hilarious. He's so good.
They saw you on a video playing the VR.
And she got so many views on those 2 videos. It's amazing.
He said, I didn't know that.
I told him he used to be a movie star. But yeah, see, we share our families with our people and stuff, and we're not going to hide our families or who we are from people. We're not. No matter what these people do to us, we're still going to be us and show our families and share our families and us with our people. And they share with us too. And so far it's worked out. We're just getting to know our people on a personal basis. We're getting to know who these people are instead of just a name on a screen. And that makes such a big difference to know who we're dealing with. Because I know when I see my people, that come over here in other chats, and they go to chats that people I don't like. But I know that no matter what that person on that panel says about me, the next time that me and the MKB fire up alive, they're going to be there. And that's what counts. So we might be making a little dent in it, but we're going to try our best. If we have to move forward by ourselves, we're going to do it. And we hope y'all come for it. And I am going to touch on drama. I will. I can't help myself. If they do something just off the rocker, I'm going to bring it up. But I think, I've been wanting to make fun of them all this time. I've been dying to make fun of these people. And everybody's like, no, we better not do that, But I don't care. I'm going to do it. When they do something stupid like that, instead of screaming at them and coming in a angry way, I'm just going to laugh at them. I think, and I'm going to get a parody together, too. I want to do a parody. I think that would be so much. I think it'd be so much fun. I just do. I just do. Natasha did them, and some of them were fun. I mean, some of them
were funny.
We did. Yeah, we laughed and stuff. And the people that, those people on her panel dressed up to be, and they were making fun. Instead of getting mad, they should have laughed along with it. Yeah. They should have. I mean, it should have meant something to them that they were so important that they did a parody on them. I mean, I don't understand why they take everything and they turn it and twist it into something bad. I mean, I just don't get that. I mean, just like when we tried to help somebody, when they needed an apartment. Well, they turned it into us scamming and that we were going to take that money and split it. I was like shocked. I was like, oh my God. And then they turn around and go over there and they do a fundraiser for them a vacation. I couldn't believe it. I was floored. at the person that was calling us the most vile names and screaming about us and saying that we were scammers and users and all kinds of stuff. They sat right there that night and made a fundraiser for them a vacation. And but that was okay. But helping someone that needed a home was not okay. And that's what separates us. And that's what making us peer off from them, because that's not the way we think. And if they stop us from doing good, then they win. And just like Alex said, we need to keep doing the good. Don't let them make us stop, because that's what they want. And so I decided tonight, she's right. I'm going to continue to try to help people. I am. And that's why we put all of our money we make on our channel back into it. We give it to our people because we keep our word. And, I mean, it's not much because we don't really get much. But, I mean, we do put it back in. And I'm like in the hole right now. I mean, considering, the channel part. But,
Yeah, Fruit Fly never got back with me.
She hasn't? But it's okay. We had fun doing it. And Mark is wanting to spin the wheel again. He's like, can we spin the wheel tonight? But, I mean, just like Gray Hughes, he does a true crime channel. And, he is very impressive about, he makes his money to take care of him and his family. But he also is putting a portion of that money, a percentage of it, goes to doing DNA tests to find if there's a match to a person that has been unidentified. And he did. They identified one person because of him, and it's wonderful that he's doing that, putting something back into the true crime, and that's what everyone needs to be doing.
I have to get off here and make me some chocolate gravy and biscuits.
Everybody needs to be putting something positive back into their channels and the community in order for it to grow and to heal, because we've got to heal. And Retro Kitten is a big, when she come on and she laughs and sings, and she has all different kinds of people in there from different places that don't get along, but they get along in there. And that is what we're looking for. That's what she's making a step to help the community.
We allow anybody in our chat too, as long as they're respectful.
Yes. Yeah, we want anybody and everybody in here. Thing. And like I said, we don't block anybody. I blocked 2 people, and one of them everybody knows that she would be blocked no matter what. And the other one was a troll. So we try, even Voices, we unblocked her. I mean, we don't want
She's
people
a block bitch.
We don't want them to stay blocked. We want them to be better. And if they come in our chat, they're going to have to be better. And Leave It to Beaver, you can come on Tuesday with us if you want to on panel and do that case with us if you want to.
She may not be wanting to do the same case.
Yeah, or we can do a different case. Yeah.
We can do a different case with her, a different night.
There's like 4 or 5 cases that I've been looking at, and there's a couple of them that's really interesting. And yeah, we can pick up one of those. Maybe we can do it another night. Me and her.
Yeah, better to do it another night.
Yeah, us 3 can do it another night. But yeah, I mean, Leave It to Beaver and Alex, they're used to each other. All 3 of us was very used to each other, before when my channel was so stagnant, I just left it, because I didn't know what I was going to do with it. But until MKB come along, and I said, well, there's my reason for my channel right there. Mm-hmm. I didn't think I'd ever change my channel name again, and it was just the right thing to do. I mean, me and her together, we knew we weren't going anywhere. We didn't want to do it without the other one, so we changed our name. And Retro Kitten, I swear, when I'm in there, she sings our song all the time that I'm in there. Mm-hmm. And so, but I hope we make a difference, and I hope that we can bring y'all something, that is positive, and that when you leave our channel after our lives, you feel better than what you came in. you know. So, do you have anything
No,
else you want to touch on?
no, I guess we covered everything as far as I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
We'll be back Tuesday, hopefully, with Alex doing a true crime, the Kansas City
yeah. We don't know
shooting.
exactly what time because she's got to arrange because she's got another live with another person, and she don't know how long that's going to run. So she said that as soon as she can, she'll give us a time for Tuesday. So, and it might have to be when we come on later, because we usually come on about 9:30,
Yeah.
but it might have to be about then if she's real busy. But we will be here Tuesday, and Alex is so knowledgeable about you know uh, what to uh, research and everything. I'm rusty on it. I used to do research so good. I've got books and books and books of research of cases, but I just got rusty on it because I got lazy. Because it's so easy, just get up here and talk. You don't have to do no research. But we Alice, she just brings so much more to the table, and I did find out some information. Did I tell you about now? There is two kinds. There was someone, Scotty told me today that she used to do fentanyl, and that um you can build a tolerance to one kind of fentanyl, but there's another kind of fentanyl that you cannot build tolerance to, and because it'll just kill you. There's no tolerance building. I think it's because they use it in surgeries and stuff. It's dangerous. Fentanyl is dangerous, and I just don't understand what these people thought. These drug dealers thought about making it and putting it in marijuana so that people. What did they? They knew it was going to kill people, and they're still doing it. What are
They
they
do it
thinking?
every day on the streets. People are
What are
dying
they
all the
thinking?
time from it.
I just don't understand what they're thinking. I don't.
Put it
I
in
mean,
anything, basically.
it's different. I think that it's just a different scenario. If the people know it's in there and they do it anyway, that's a little different. But when people are smoking a joint and they don't know that there's something deadly in it, I don't think they're going to pick that joint up. And it's not right. This is not fair that these kids are, they go out and they buy a joint from their buddies to try it and drop dead from it. I mean, there should never be children dying because they tried to smoke a joint. And it's sad. I just think the world is getting worse, and I don't think that it's going to get any better. I just don't. And the other day I was out and I looked around me and I said, you know what? All the rude people, because there's people had been rude to us in the store, when we had customer service and stuff that day, a couple of people. And then the way people look at you out in the street, I mean, they don't say hi. They don't hold the door open for women. The men don't and stuff. They're not friendly to each other. And I said, you know what? I told my husband, I said, look around. I said, you know what? There used to be more good in the world than bad. And I said, the bad people used to hide themselves and hold their heads down because they were ashamed they were bad people. And now there's more bad than the good. And they have no conscience at all about doing the bad things they're doing. They think they're okay.
Well,
And
we'll talk a lot about it Tuesday
yeah,
when we talk about the other
yeah,
kids.
yeah, and
About the fentanyl and stuff.
yeah. I hope that y'all have a good night. I hope y'all
Yeah.
are blessed. I hope everybody gets a good blessing tomorrow, and everybody stays happy and safe.
Yeah. We appreciate everybody coming over tonight and stuff
We
and
do.
hanging out with us. And it means a lot to us. So we
Yes,
hope
it
y'all
does.
do come back.
Yeah, we love
Have
all
a good
y'all.
night too, Nikki X. Appreciate it.
Yes, and if anybody needs us, you know where to find us.
Good night, Wyoming. Good night, Corey Davis. Y'all
Good
have a
night.
blessed night. We'll
Yes, good
talk to
night,
you.
everybody.
We'll hopefully see y'all soon. Thank you, April Shires, for coming over. God bless you
Yes.
too.
Yes, thank you, April. And thank you for all our people, the sweet things that y'all said, and the people that we haven't seen before, all the good things that you said about us. We sure do appreciate it.
Well, we'll see.
We've had such wonderful people in the chat tonight.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. We'll talk to y'all later
Okay.
then. Good night, everybody.
Good night. All right. Toodles.
Doodles.